Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of CS Cart Warehouse Management System add-on. Now this particular add-on allows the admin and the vendors of the multi-vendor CS Cart to add and manage as many warehouse locations as desired. The neighbor warehouse will be assigned automatically to the orders getting received at the store as per the admin settings provided at the admin's backend panel. Now kindly note that this particular add-on allows you to add multiple warehouses at admin and vendor end. You'll be able to add products and their inventory separately for separate warehouses. You'll get an option to add multiple warehouse managers. You'll be able to import the warehouse products as per your own requirement there. The warehouse will be allocated to the orders for their fulfillment on the basis of the distance API while order creation itself. Apart from that, you'll also be able to assign warehouses manually to the orders there, and you'll be able to have a separate view of the warehouse orders at the admin backend panel there. So in today's video tutorial, I'll be taking you through the workflow of this particular add-on, that's the CS Cart Warehouse Management add-on in the admin backend panel. And kindly note that the nearest warehouse will be assigned automatically to the orders getting received at the store as per the add-on settings provided at the admin backend panel there. So today we'll just be checking out the backend configuration, wherein we'll be checking the way to add and manage the warehouses at the backend, how to import and export the warehouse products, and how to check the warehouse orders at the backend as well. But before I proceed further with this particular video tutorial today, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest updates from our end. And if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. So on the admin's end, I'll be showing you how to add and manage the warehouses, import export the warehouse products and warehouse order view at the backend there. And the same would be shown on the vendor's end as well on the vendor panel. So first of all, let's see it on the admin's end. For that, we'll be logging into the admin backend panel by entering the email address and the password and tapping on the sign in button thereafter. Now the very first thing is the initial configuration settings that are required for this particular add-on. That's the CS Cart Warehouse Management System add-on. So for making the initial configuration settings, what you need to do is you need to navigate to add-ons and manage add-ons. Here you have to search for warehouse. So after the successful installation of this add-on, you'll find this warehouse management add-on being visible there under the installed add-on section, and it allows the admin to manage the stock data for each separate warehouse as per the requirement. And here you have to tap on the settings option. Now here we have a simple settings that needs to be made up. So the very first one is the Google Maps key. Here you have to enter the API key of Google Map in order to calculate the distance between the customer's shipping address and the warehouse location. So this key needs to be entered here. Then we have action on quantity shortage. So here we have these different actions provided here are for the sake of assigning the warehouse to the received orders. So in case of the quantity shortage, that is if there is not enough quantity in the nearest allocated warehouse to fulfill the order, then the other warehouse will be assigned or allocated as per the settings selected there itself. So here we have split, select nearest with available, select having maximum. So let's go through each of them one by one. So the very first one that we have is the split. So if you split here, this means that the nearest warehouse along with the next nearest warehouse having enough product quantity to fulfill any order will be assigned to that particular order. Then we have the other option, that's the select nearest with available. So if you select nearest with available in this particular field, that means that only warehouse nearest to the customer with enough available stock to process the order will be allocated to that order. And lastly, we have select having maximum. So here if you select this option, then the warehouse having the maximum stock of the ordered product will be assigned to the order irrespective of the distance of the warehouse from the customer's shipping address, right? And lastly, we have the warehouse quantity. So you can check this box if you want to add up warehouse quantity as an actual quantity of the product. Otherwise, the main quantity of the product and the warehouse quantities will be managed separately. So after making these settings here, what you need to do is you need to just tap here on the save button to save the initial configuration settings. Now let's see how the admin would be able to add and manage warehouse at the backend. For that, the admin needs to navigate to administration, shipping and taxes, and under that he has to navigate to the warehouse option. So if it's the first time that you're coming to this particular section, then this particular section would be empty, so you need to create the warehouses, and only after that you will be able to view the particular warehouses that have been created there. From here you'll be able to edit, delete and export the products of the warehouses. You can make any of the warehouse as active or disabled as per the requirement, and if you want you can also select the warehouses and delete them in bulk as well as per the requirement. And to add a particular warehouse, what you need to do is you need to tap here on the add warehouse button. So now let's see how we can add a new warehouse. So for now I'll be entering the details here for the warehouse. So here we have three different sections that need to be set up for creating the warehouse there. One is the general, shipping and the products. Now under the shipping, now under the general settings, what we need to do is we need to set up the information there. Now here what we need to do is we need to give the name of the warehouse there, select the vendor, choose the status as active or disabled, set up the contact information, phone number, set up the shipping address of the particular warehouse, and choose the managers. To choose a manager you have to tap here on the add manager button, select the particular manager and tap on the add users button. Now let me close this out. And now if I scroll down, you can see that the Eric Romo has been added as the manager of this particular warehouse. Then coming to the shipping, here we can select the shipping methods for this particular warehouse from the available ones. The ones that you want to enable for this particular warehouse, you have to select those up. And then coming to the products, here you can add the products to this particular warehouse along with their quantity as well. So for example, if I want to add all of these products, I can select add products and close, and the particular products would be added to this particular warehouse, as you can see. Now from here I can set the quantity of each of the products there as per my own requirement there. So for now let's set it to 13 as the quantity for each. And lastly you need to tap here on the create button to create the particular warehouse. So you can see that the changes have been saved successfully. Now if I go back to administration, shipping and taxes and warehouse, I'll be able to see the particular warehouse with the name Peter Doe being created for the Webkul Store 1 with the email peter@webkul.com, and the location is United States there. We can edit it up as well as per our own requirement there. And let me choose the state here. I'm not choosing the state there for this particular warehouse itself. So now if I go to the products, you can see the particular products with their particular quantities that we had set up. If you want to add more products, you can tap here on the add products again, and you can assign the products as per your own requirement there by scrolling through the products there. Otherwise you can find the products with the product name. You can set up the price range, choose the categories, and you can tap on the search button to search the particular one as per your own requirement there. So this was how the admin would be able to add and manage a warehouse at the backend panel there. Now let me show you how the admin would be able to view the warehouse orders at the backend. To view the warehouse orders, what you need to do is you need to go to orders, and under that you have to go to warehouse orders, and this would list the orders for the different warehouses there. And if you open a particular order there, you can see the particular warehouse that was assigned to that particular product itself or to that particular order there. So here you can see that for the product, the warehouse that was assigned was Webkul Store 1 South Warehouse, and the same is visible here as well. If I go to the warehouse, South Warehouse, Webkul Store 1 South Warehouse, this was assigned, whose location is Jordan Amman there. So that's how you can view the orders or for the what we say as the for the different warehouses, and can view the particular warehouse that has been assigned to a particular product there. Now one more thing is there, you can export the products of the warehouse as well, and you can import the products of the warehouse as well. To export the products of the warehouse, what you need to do is you need to simply tap here on the settings option, and from here you can tap on the export products. So let me show you that, and here you can choose the ones that you want to have. So here I'll be choosing product name, and here I'll be choosing the CSV delimiter as comma, and the file name would be warehouse this, and then I just need to tap here on the export products there. So if I tap on the export products, the CSV file would be created with the different data like the warehouse ID, warehouse quantity, and the rest of the options there. So let me open this particular CSV or the comma separated value file, and we'll be able to see the products being listed there as well, with the different details of the products like the product ID and the other ones as well. So here I have to choose comma, and let me tap OK. So here we are having the warehouse ID, the warehouse quantity, the IDs, the item IDs, the product IDs, and the product names along with the same for this particular warehouse that we had chosen for exporting their products of the same. Now let me cancel this out and let's go back, and let me type here in the yes, and let's close this out. So this was how you can export the products. To import the products, what you need to do is you need to go to administration and import data, and here you have to go to the warehouse product tab, and here you'll find the list of the fields that your data file can contain. The fields highlighted in bold are basically mandatory, and if you're importing data with special symbols, please make sure you have these fields quoted as well. So the warehouse ID, the warehouse quantity, the IDs, and the item IDs are the mandatory fields there. Apart from that, you can also make use of the product ID and the product options as well, and from here you can import the file by tapping on the local, and before that you have to choose the CSV file delimiter depending upon the one that you have chosen, and then you can import the file using the local there, and the particular ones would be imported into the particular warehouse there. So that's how we can basically import export the warehouse products, and I've shown you how we can add and manage the warehouses at the back end. Now let's check it out at the vendors end. So let me go to the storefront. So the vendors can also do the same. So here I'll go to the vendor panel by tapping here on the go to vendor panel. I'll be logging into the vendor account panel. So the vendors will also get administration, under that shipping and taxes, under that they'll get warehouses, and from here they'll be able to add their warehouses by tapping here on the add warehouse button. The same procedure goes with them as well, and here they have to enter the general details and select the managers, set up the shipping, set up the products, and then tap on the create button to create the warehouses. To view the warehouse orders, they can go to the orders and warehouse orders, and this lists the orders for the different warehouses, and from here they can view the particular orders as well for the warehouses there. Apart from that, they'll be able to import and export the data as well. They can export the data by going to the export data section and going to the warehouse products, and from here they can export the file using the export button after selecting the export options on the left hand side, and they can also make use of the label fields to add to the file there, and then they can choose their CSV delimiter, and they can export the particular file with the exported fields available within the particular file there. And the same goes with the import. They can import the files as well by going to the import option there, going to the warehouse products, and from the below list they'll have to choose the fields that your data file will contain, and the ones that are highlighted here are the mandatory fields. Apart from that, you can make use of the product ID and the product options as well as per the requirement, and then you have to choose your CSV file delimiter and choose the file from your local hard disk, and then you can import the products into the warehouse as per your own requirement there itself. So yes, that was much about the CS card warehouse management system, and I hope it helped you out in understanding how this add-on allows the admin and the vendors to add and manage as many warehouse locations as desired under their own account panel. If you still have any questions, queries, suggestions, or requirements regarding the same, then you can anytime get back to us at support@webkul.com, or you can raise a ticket at webkul.uvides.com as well. Apart from that, if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. And lastly, thanks for watching this particular video and have a great day ahead.